Hi students, in the last class we discussed about the chapter lines and angles. The topics are basic geometrical ideas, that is point, line segment, ray, line and angles. In that concept of angles we discussed about the types of angles, that is zero angle, acute angle, right angle, obtuse, reflex, straight and complete angles, and the types of angles measures the degrees also. Here in this today's our topic is in the same chapter complementary angles and supplementary angles. So what is the meaning of complementary angles and what is the meaning of supplementary angles? So first I am going to explain what is the meaning of complementary angles. See, the sum of any two angles is equal to 90 degrees or right angle, such that angles are called complementary angles. The sum of any two angles is equal to 90 degrees or right angle are called complementary angles. See, $80 and 10 degrees. 80 degrees and 10 degrees are complementary angles. Why? Because while adding 80 and 10 it is giving exact 90 degrees. 80 degrees plus 10 degrees is equals 90 degrees. So 80 degrees and 10 degrees are complementary angles. One more, 18 degrees and 62 degrees. 18 degrees and 62 degrees complementary angles are not. 18 degrees plus 62 degrees, that is equal to 80 degrees. This is not equal to 90 degrees. So 18 and 62 degrees are not a complementary angles. On this concept they will ask the questions. They will give one of the angle, just we have to find what is the complementary angle of given the angles. Otherwise two complementary angles are equal to each other. What is the measure of each angle? See, first concept, first question is, here suppose they are giving 42 degrees, 51 degrees and 69 degrees. These are given the angles. Just we have to find what are the complementary angles of 40 degrees, 51 degrees and 69 degrees. Just we have to subtract given the angles from 90 degrees, we can get complementary angles of given the angles in the question, because the sum of two angles is 90 degrees. See, for 40 degrees what is the complementary angles? 90 degrees minus 42 degrees is equal to 48 degrees. It means 48 degrees is the complementary angle of 42 degrees, or 42 degrees is the complementary angle of 48 degrees. Same way 51 degrees. 90 degrees minus 51 degrees is equals 39 degrees. So 31 degrees is the complementary angle of 51 degrees. Just to find the complementary angle of given the angles, just we have to subtract from the 90 degrees, then we can get each complementary angle of given the angles. Then one more question, I said that if the two complementary angles are equal to each other, then what is the measures of the angles? We know very well 45 degrees and 45 degrees. 45 degrees plus 45 degrees is 90 degrees. So these 45 degrees and 45 degrees are two equal angles are each other. So the angles are 45 and 45. Then the next concept is supplementary angles. What is the meaning of supplementary angles? See, we know very well the complementary angles means sum of any two angles is equal to 90 degrees, that are called complementary angles. Then supplementary angles means the sum of any two angles is equal to 180 degrees or straight angle. We know very well the measures of straight angle is 180 degrees. It means the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degrees are called supplementary angles. See the examples: 170 degrees and 10 degrees, 150 degrees and 30 degrees, 140 degrees and 40 degrees, 179 degrees and 1 degrees. Check this: 170 plus 10 is equal to 180 degrees. 170 and 10 degrees are supplementary angles. 150 and 30 degrees. This sum also is equal to 180 degrees. Then 150 and 30 also supplementary angles. 140 plus 40 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So these also supplementary angles. 179 degrees and 1 degrees. The sum of these two angles also equal to 180 degrees. It means just add the two angles, exactly it is giving 180 degrees are called supplementary angles. Suppose the sum is getting 179, 160 like that are not supplementary angles. Then on this concept the questions are same way like a complementary angles. Here they are giving some angles. We have to find the supplementary angle of given the angles. Just subtract from 180 degrees, we can get all the supplementary angles of given the angles. See, 50 degrees, 15 degrees and 85 degrees. Just these are given the angles, we have to check supplementary angles of given the angles. Just subtract from given the angles from 180 degrees, we can get all the supplementary angles of given the angles. First one is 50 degrees. 118 minus 50 degrees is equal to 130 degrees. It means 130 degrees is the supplementary angles of 50 degrees. 180 degrees minus 15 degrees, that is equal to 165 degrees. 165 is the supplementary angles of 15 degrees. 180 degrees minus 85 degrees, that is equal to 105 degrees. So 105 degrees is a supplementary angle of 85 degrees. On this concept they will ask one more question like a complementary angles. If two angles are equal to each other, and supplementary, find the angles. Two angles are equal to each other and supplementary, find the angles means they are 90 degrees and 90 degrees, because 90 degrees plus 90 degrees equal to 180 degrees. So today we discussed about that topic is complementary angles and supplementary angles. On this concept, today's our homework is exercise number 2 and 3. Exercise number 2 and 3 from the chapter lines and angles. Exercise number 2 is belongs to complementary angles. Exercise number 3 belongs to supplementary angles. In that exercise they are given some figures, just we have to check they are complementary angles or not. And second bit is given, they are giving some angles, we have to find complementary. Like I say, third exercise supplementary angles.